Did you know that the Philippines is home to over 180 languages? Each region, each island, has its own voice and story. Often, we think of Filipino as the language of the country, but it's just one of the many treasures of our linguistic heritage. As you travel from Batanes to Tawi-Tawi, you'll discover a colorful mosaic of languages that reflect who we are as Filipinos. Beyond Filipino and English, there are languages used by millions of Filipinos at home, in the market, and in their dreams. These aren't just words. They are the soul of the culture and identity of each region. So now, join me as we explore the 8 main languages of the Philippines, the voices of Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao that we should listen to and be proud of. Come on, let's start our linguistic adventure. At the center of our discussion is Tagalog, the foundation of the Filipino language. Even before it became the national language, Tagalog was the language of trade, art, and revolution. It was the language of heroes, of writings that ignited the feelings of our ancestors. It's spoken in Metro Manila, Calabarzon, and Mimaropa, but each region has its own accent and dialect. Tagalog acts as a bridge, connecting Ilocano from the north and Cebuano from the south. The Tagalog of Manila is not the same as in Batangas or Laguna. There are unique words and tones. In 1937, President Quezon chose Tagalog as the basis for the national language because of its wide use and rich literature. Tagalog is a living language, constantly changing and growing. With every "Kumusta?" "How are you?" and "Salamat," "Thank you," we carry the history and culture of our people. Tagalog is not just the language of the heart, it's the language that unites us as a nation. The next time you hear it, remember that you are part of the larger story of the Philippines. This is the language of our unity. Let's fly to Visayas and Mindanao, where Cebuano is dominant. Spoken by over 20 million Filipinos, Cebuano has the most native speakers in the country. It's the common language of Central Visayas and a large part of Mindanao. In the market, jeepney, and street corner, you'll hear the sweet and fast Cebuano, "Mayong buntag." Good morning is their greeting. There are words similar to Tagalog but with different meanings, like langgam, which means bird in Cebuano, but ant in Tagalog. The history of Cebuano is deep. Magellan landed here, and the Exterminio de Cebu and Sinulog Festival also originated here. Cebuano literature is rich, from epics to modern poetry and stories. A simple "Salamat kaayo," "Thank you very much," shows respect for their culture. Cebuano is not just a dialect. It's a language of art, faith, and daily life. In Visayas or Mindanao, try speaking Cebuano. You're sure to make the locals smile. This is the voice and soul of the South. In northern Luzon, we hear Ilocano, the third largest language in the country. Spoken by 9 million people, Ilocano is a language of resilience, hard work, and practicality. It's dominant in the Ilocos region and Cagayan Valley, and also widespread in central Luzon and abroad. Naimbaga bigat, good morning, is their greeting, accompanied by a smile and friendliness. Ilocanos are known for being thrifty and direct. They don't beat around the bush when speaking. The epic Biag ni Lamang is proof of their rich literature. Apo is a term of respect and Agyamanak is their thank you. In Vigan, while enjoying pinakbet and bagnet, listen to the melody of Ilocano, a language of hard work and a strong spirit. Learning Ilocano is a tribute to the culture that has enriched our Filipino identity. This is the language of the North, simple, strong, and full of dignity. In Western Visayas, you'll hear Hiligaynon or Ilonggo, famous for its sweet and singing tone. It's the main language in Iloilo, Guimaras, and Negros Occidental, as well as in South Cotabato. Maayong aga, good morning, is their greeting, always with a smile. Hiligaynon is the language of hacienderos and sugarcane workers, of La Paz Bachoy and Chicken Inasal, of the Dinagyang and Mascara festival. Ilonggos are known for using words full of tenderness, palanga for darling, gihigugma taka for I love you. Their language reflects their caring and loving nature. In Iloilo and Bacolod, try speaking Hiligaynon. Salamat gid, thank you very much, is enough to get closer to them. Hiligaynon is a language of the heart and smiles, sweet, joyful, and full of life. This is the music of Western Visayas. In Samar and Leyte, Waray is dominant, a language of courage and resilience. Waray means none or nothing, but in their language it means no fear, no backing down. Spoken throughout Samar and eastern Leyte, Waray is known for its frank and strong accent. Maupay nga aga, good morning, is their greeting, direct and honest. Shaped by typhoons and storms, the Waray people are strong. They don't give up, always rising again. Their art is also rich, kuratsa, ismailing, and songs of love and life. In history, they were the heroes of the Lady Landing and the Balangiga massacre. Behind their frank speech is a caring and honest heart. Damo nga salamat, thank you very much. A thank you from the brave culture of Eastern Visayas. Waray is the language of not giving up. In Pampanga, Kapampangan is the language, as delicious as their sisig and bringhe. Spoken in Pampanga, Tarlac, Bataan, and Nueva Ecija, Kapampangan has a unique and easily recognizable sound. Mayap a abak, good morning, is their greeting, along with a warm welcome. Spanish influence is strong in their language and culture, seen in churches, festivals, and words. Kapampangan is the language of warriors, artists, and priests. Diosdado and Gloria Macapagal came from here. It faces the challenge of being forgotten, but there are efforts to revive it in schools and media. Amanung Siswan, they call their mother tongue, important to their identity. In Pampanga, taste the food and listen to the language. Every word has flavor and a story. Manyaman, delicious, not just in food, but also in life. Kapampangan is a language of deliciousness and pride. In the Bicol region, Bicolano is the language with spice and tenderness, like Bicol Express. It's not just one language, but a group of dialects in 6 provinces. Central Bicolano of Naga City is the most widespread. Marhay na aga, good morning, is their greeting. Each province has its own version, just like each family has its own laying recipe. Mayon Volcano is central to their mythology and identity. The legend of Daragang Magayon is a Bicolano story of love and sacrifice. The Bicolanos have deep devotion. The Peña Francia festival is the biggest celebration. Their language is full of prayers, songs, and shouts of faith. Dios Mabalos, God bless, thank you, an acknowledgement of the kindness and culture of Bicol. Bicolano is a language of courage, faith, and family. In Pangasinan, Pangasinan or Pangasinense is the language like salt. It adds flavor to the culture of the Northwest. Spoken by almost 2 million, it has a unique sound and vocabulary different from Ilocano and Tagalog. Maabigya kabuwasan, good morning, is their greeting, with a history of the sea and trade. One of the oldest languages, it had its own writing system before the Spanish arrived. Princess Urduja, a legend of the bravery and leadership of the Pangasinense people. It faces the challenge of the spread of Ilocano and Tagalog, but there are programs to revive the language. There are books, songs, and radio in Pangasinan to encourage the youth. Salamat Yabalbaleg, thank you very much. A tribute to the salt of their people. Pangasinan is a language of the sea, bravery, and rich culture. From Luzon to Mindanao, we've seen the richness of language in the Philippines. These 8 languages are just a few of the over 180 that make up our identity. Each has its own sound, story, and soul. Not just a dialect, but a complete language of history and dreams. The diversity of languages is a treasure, not a barrier. We should be proud of it and protect it. Let's try to learn the language of our province, of our grandparents. With every word and language, we value every Filipino and our colorful culture. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. Let's be proud of our languages.